This is DownHome Sports, covering the best sports and student athletes in Ellis County. Brought to you by Pinnacle Bank with ATM Live, powered by the people. Not just another bank in Texas, but Texas in a bank. The United States Marine Corps, the fighting spirit of an entire nation. Doe City Pizza and Burgers. For the best in artisan pizza and burgers, go to Doe City in Red Oak, Texas, across from the high school. It is delicious.
And Superstar Collision, located on Highway 67 in Cedar Hill. To get it done right, choose Superstar Collision for your automotive repairs. In Ellis County, you know where to go for the best pizzas and burgers.
Welcome to Doe City. How are you doing today?
A menu that allows you to have it just the way you like it. Great, friendly customer service. And all the toppings you can handle. So what do our customers say about Doe City?
We come up here all the time, so we love the pizza and the burgers also.
It's somewhere we can all come and have a good time with our friends and enjoy the good food that they have here. I love the fries.
That it's cooked to order, so you're always going to get it fresh.
Doe City's always a great place to come and hang out with your friends.
Whether it's Tuesday or Friday night after a ball game in Ellis County, guess what? You can always make it over and have a little bit of delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
So come in or order out at Doe City Pizza and Burgers in Red Oak, Texas. What else, County? We got them right here. 26-5, 11-0. Looking to make it another perfect district championship. They already got the championship. Just got to finish the perfect part. We got Coach Evans, we got Miss Huff, we got Miss Bryant. It's the Heritage Jaguars lady basketball team. Well, Coach, 11-0 right now, one more game to go. Heading into the playoffs, got to feel good about what you've been able to accomplish this far.
Absolutely, definitely very blessed. Great group of kids, having a pretty good season, got to admit.
Oh, yeah. Well, coaches don't like to talk about all the great things sometimes. I want to keep it on the down low. But, Jersey, what's one of the big things that Coach has inspired you this season to reach for and to play at the level that you're playing?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, Coach Evans has inspired me to honestly be, one of the best players I can be. She, pushes me in so many ways, a lot of different ways, to be a player, a good person on and off the court. She doesn't want me to be lazy ever in life. She wants me to be the leader I'm supposed to be. So right now she's pushing me and inspiring me to be a leader at the moment.
Always good to be a leader. What about you, Huff?
I think one of her biggest things right now is forcing us to be leaders, pushing us to be leaders. And then, honestly, she doesn't just care about how we act on the court. It's always all about our academics, because there's a bigger message than just basketball and what you can do outside of life, So, yeah.
Well, Coach, your team's really done that this year. About the last 2 months, y'all been posting a lot of stuff for a charity and a person there at the school that y'all been really trying to inspire. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
I'm assuming you're referring to Chloe.
Chloe Courageous, yes.
Chloe Courageous. Yeah, man. Like they just said, a great wise woman I used to work under used to always tell everybody, basketball ends for all of us one day. Even as a coach, basketball is going to end for you one day. So there's so much more to life, and that's the bigger picture here, trying to instill bigger things in these kids, and they get to see it firsthand, unfortunately, this year, with her being home. I can promise you one thing: Chloe would rather be on the court with us than in a hospital bed every other day and going through what she's going through. It just really makes you open your eyes and realize, man, these girls got it good. You're living your life as a young lady, and you're getting to do what you love to do every day. You feel blessed, do it to the best of your ability, because it could always be something out there stopping you from doing that. And so, yeah, we talk about that. They're seeing it firsthand, and we, just trying to be there for Chloe right now throughout this, since it started, really.
What's some of the things that, y'all are doing and talking about, just looking at the inspiration of what Chloe's gone through? How is that being translated between y'all as a group of team members? We've got to get out there and do our best. This is not just a COVID year. This is showing people that you never give up.
I think that it's like it showed us that there's like always a reason to play for someone. You don't always have to play for yourself. It inspired us to be the best we can be, because Chloe can't be here and can't play basketball. We play basketball for her and show her that we love her and that we're here for her.
Jersey, I know y'all are taking this opportunity. Y'all are great mentors within the community of Midlothian with the kids. I know y'all had a Midlothian basketball league night out there at Heritage a couple of weeks ago. But what is it like to sit down and see these young women and inspire them, not only with Chloe's story, but with y'all's story as well?
It's a good feeling. They're looking up to us, watching what we love to do. And hopefully by them watching us, it's making them start to love what we're doing and like want to be great, just like we're trying to be great.
Coach, I'm going to come back to you. That's one of the amazing things with sports, I think, especially with women's sports, is normally these teams that are making these kind of runs like y'all are so tight in the locker room. There's such a bond, and everybody talks about, those types of things, but you can feel it through your players, not just on these little talks like this, but just as they go around town. They're always together. They're always talking. They're always bringing up the right things. As a coach, does that not just inspire you that the words that you put out there to be leaders, whether it be in the community or out of the community, have been heard and are being acted upon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, that's what you try to instill in them, but to have a group, and I'm not just saying this, like this is one of the most tight-knit groups I've ever coached. And I think especially for females, that's hard to do. I mean, you're usually given a speech at least once or twice a year. You don't got to like each other, but you got to play together. You got to get along on the court, and I've never had to give that speech. I'm not saying they're perfect. They're, they've got their little, tiffs here and there, but they really do. They love each other. They're close knit. They are always together on and off the court. And I mean, honestly, that chemistry is probably the reason why we've been so successful. They play for each other, and they really love each other. It's a fun group, and yeah, man, I hope they're setting that example in the community and doing things right when they're outside of Heritage. So yeah, proud of them for that.
Well, and Jersey, just talk about, going into that leadership role, especially coming with the playoffs coming up. How are you exercising that leadership role?
Well,
I mean, is it vocal? Is it, I'm going to show them how we need to play, or how are you really exercising that?
Well, I actually need to get a little bit better at it, and I think that it's everything, like vocally, and I'm an example at practice. Like what I do, they're going to do. So I have to go 100% at practice in the weight room. So I say vocally, and then like my work ethic.
Now, is there anybody that you're working on from a leadership perspective that maybe you saw somebody over the past couple of years and you're like, that's the style I want to be able to use?
I think last year we had Liz, and she was a huge vocal leader. Like not just vocal, she just showed us how she was a hard worker, and I think that's one of the people I've looked up to. Like I want to be like her as a leader, because she put everything into basketball, softball, whatever sport she played. She put everything she had into it.
You actually, going through those steps on the court right now and in the locker room, exhibiting those types of behaviors.
Sir, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that for me?
I said, are you actually taking those examples now and putting that forth on the court, in the practices, et cetera?
Yes, sir. I tried to remember what she did, and I try my best to. I don't want to be just like her, but put it in my own way, but also take the character traits that she had.
Awesome. Well, Coach, one of the hardest things sometimes when you were talking about leadership is get somebody just to grab those reins and just run with them. You know, is it more just the girls not just, they look to you so much, or they've been used to having that great senior leadership there at Heritage, or are they actually taking the reins now and running with it?
I think it's probably a combination of all of it. Jersey probably hit it on the head. She's still working on it. We're still a work in progress for most of them. But they're great. I mean, some of them have really stepped up. I think I told you this before. Asia is definitely, they would, I'm sure all agree, our vocal leader. Her presence is known when she's there, and she gets everybody up and going. And she's definitely that vocal leader for us on the court, on the bench, wherever she's at when it comes to basketball time. And they're, as a whole, they're more and more buying into that work ethic that we need every day, the intensity we need every day, what we've got to bring every day. Right, just try to not get complacent. You know, you can easily do that with stringing a bunch of wins together and start thinking you're something that you're not. And so just trying to keep that intensity and work ethic, and mainly telling these two and, you know, a couple others daily, like, hey, like, we haven't done anything. Like, let's go. Like, you've got to make sure your team's on board. You got to make sure we're working day in and day out. So I think they're really seeing that and buying in, and starting to take those reins on their own.
Well, how do y'all stay humble and hungry? You know, you've kind of run through district, you know, you've got the championship, got the banner, got the picture and all the stuff like that. That's great. But now you still have one more job to get done, which is Ferris on Tuesday night. You know, how do y'all stay that way, knowing that, you know, to most people, everything's been accomplished thus far?
I just remember of last year, we lost, our hashtag is unfinished business. Last year, we lost in playoffs against a team that we 100% should have beat. So I always think of, you can always lose. Like, this team might be the worst team you've ever played, and they can still beat you because they're out hustling you, they're outworking you. So my thing is, I always think about those games that we got beat by, and we got to beat them next. So you can't get complacent. I just think about those times and keep working forward.
I know with this last game, it's going to be a home game before the playoffs. I'm sure y'all want to get this thing finished up there, put out a great game in front of a home crowd, and get them excited about going on that playoff road with y'all. What are your thoughts about that?
Honestly, I'm not worried about it, but I said if we go out and we play like we know we should play and we have fun like we always do, then everything should be fine.
Coach, one of the little things I've noticed over the year looking at things was it doesn't seem like the girls have ever necessarily had a game where they just didn't play their style. They've kept it within themselves. And is that not going to be a thing that hopefully will help y'all throughout the playoff run?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you always hope so. We try to, pride ourselves on defense. We pride ourselves on holding teams under a certain percent, under a certain level of 40 points or less, and holding teams under, less than 6 offensive rebounds, things like that. We have goals that we set, and because you can't always guarantee the ball is going to go in the hole. And we've had games where the ball doesn't go in the hole. Waxahachie is a prime example. We could not make a layup. It felt like we couldn't shoot for anything. But we were able to play good enough defense to hold them down to still come out with a win. So yeah, you still got to do you and know who we are. We're going to run, we're going to play hard, and we're going to play solid defense. And then just, hope the ball goes in the hole as well.
Coach, talk about these two young ladies and the careers that they've had there at Heritage. Both have had amazing careers.
Oh man, these two right here, they're pretty special. They were freshmen my first year here. And so I've been able to have them both for 3 years now with me, and both on varsity all 3 years. So yeah, they, in my mind, they're the ones that have really helped me build it and help us build a program, and to be able to see it through, they'll be my first class of 4 years to have at Heritage. So they're huge. They're instrumental, coming in and as their freshman year, just being like, this is who we're going to be. This is what we're going to do. And they accepted that and accepted the challenge, accepted me, and here we are.
I'm an old basketball fan, but it's, to me, I look at the old guys, right? More of a Stockton and Malone situation here sometimes. with these two. But ladies, what got y'all the connection just early on? Because it seems like y'all know where each other's going to be, when the pass is coming, when the kickback's coming, anything. Huff, what about you first?
I mean, I've played with Jersey for 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
I don't know, a long time. So like, I think I just know her as a player. Like we read each other. Like I like to say that I'm like her defense and she's my offense. Like we always like work around each other.
There we go. Well, Jersey, what about you? What is there something that was just bonded y'all together early on?
I think it's just like how close me and Cora are on and off the court. Like even off the court, we're always together. So like it's always good to have the chemistry between us. So it's easy to just like, oh, Cora on the court. So because we're always together, we do everything together. It's really just a connection.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I'm going to stick with y'all real quick. If we're going to go to you, who is that one person that inspired you to play basketball, and not only play basketball, but dedicate yourself to the game?
Honestly, I don't know, probably, I mean, the first good player I ever saw like play on my team was Jersey, because I used to hate basketball. Yeah, I used to hate basketball, but now like I saw Jersey and then I got good. And then I always worked with her uncle. So I think like her uncle and her family. Yeah.
Jersey, what about you? Who inspired you?
I don't think I have just one person. My entire family, like my mom, dad, brother, like they've been in the gym since like I was in my mom's stomach. So I think like me being in the gym with them all the time, I just got used to it.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I know you're a one game at a time person, and we don't want to go any further. But we've got the game Tuesday night at home. We all know about that one. When you're going to go to the playoffs, but when should people be looking for that playoff posting? Should it be Wednesday morning, later on, so they can go ahead and get their tickets, get information, etc.?
Sometime Wednesday, I hope. We have to wait. We'll be playing the 4th round team in the neighboring Dallas district. So it's going to come down to Tuesday night's game over there to see who that's going to be. So we got to wait till that happens, and then I can get with that coach and hopefully iron things out first thing Wednesday morning and have a plan. It's liable to be a Valentine's game day after right there. So we'll that one of those days, but we'll have to wait and see who we're going to wind up playing first.
Thanks. So folks, stay tuned. Monday or Tuesday game the following week. Coach, great season thus far. I know y'all, ladies, are expecting to go and do some amazing things. But I know with Coach, it's one at a time. And that's all we'll say about it. But wish y'all the best as y'all continue on. And we'll be keeping up with y'all as well. Thank y'all for joining us tonight.
In Ellis County, we're always on the run. It's always good to know that someone's always there. Doesn't matter the time of day. With ATM Live, hours are always available. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can always pull right up and talk to someone live for that personal service. Or stop by and visit with the friendly folks inside. Pinnacle Bank, not just another bank in Texas, but Texas in a bank. Member FDIC.
Well, Ellis County, guess what? 3 in a row is the charm here tonight, apparently, because we got undefeated district, and now another undefeated in district thus far with the Maypearl Lady Panthers. We got a coach, we got Lauren Piper, we got Lexi Berryman, and we got Nolan, most importantly, joining us here tonight. Hi, Nolan. So, Coach, 28-3 and 11-0 in district. Amazing season. Just talk about what it took to get y'all to this point.
It's just been a lot of hard work and dedication this season. Our girls' motto is SWAG, and it stands for sacrifice, work, attitude, and grit. And every day we talk about embodying those characteristics. And I think that they've done a great job of that and just putting forth that effort and really dedicating and committing themselves to their teammates, to theirself, and to the coaching staff and just Maypearl in general.
Lauren, y'all haven't lost a game this year. Have you thought about that? Last game you lost was on the 29th. You make this amazing run. What is the swag that has gotten y'all here as a team? Is it just the confidence level as it's built and built?
I think we just have a really good bond as a team, and working together and being on the court and being so close really just helps with it. And we all have fun during practice, so that really helps.
Well, and Lex, is that the key? I mean, is it just having a great time and playing within yourselves? Is that what y'all been able to accomplish thus far?
Yes, I think it's important since when you have fun, it makes doing your job so much easier. And I think, like Lauren said, we have fun doing it, so we perform better whenever we're having fun.
Coach, I'm going to go way back because I've actually gotten to see this team. And when I saw them play, I was like, that had to be an impressive win for you. And I'm talking about the Joshua game, 37-35 win. And really, I thought that was going to be a great test for Lex because they've got a couple of really good post players down there. But I mean, we got the Stockton and Malone for Maypearl right here. But, talk about that game and what you saw coming out of that game that was like, we can get this, because that is a very solid win.
I think out of all of our games, that's been our closest game yet. And I think that was a true test on the determination that these girls have and just coming together and sealing the deal. And just knowing that they could finish that game and win that game was huge for them. I think that a lot of the time they've performed well and they've done all these great things, but you haven't got to see them in a more of a clutch situation. And so that was so good for the growth of the team. Sorry. Just know that even in those tight moments, they can capitalize and still win that game. And so it was huge. It was big for me as a coach. It's a 2-point game. Those are fun to coach. These 20-point games haven't really caused a lot of real tough coaching situations. And so that was really good for me as well. And I just think it brought us closer as a team to know that we can capitalize in those moments.
Well, and Lauren, the 20-point games, I mean, the good thing about them is you get a lot of people playing time normally, so you get in with different rotations. Coach is able to try a couple of things here and there that she probably wouldn't normally. How do you see that affecting y'all as you head into the playoffs?
I think it's good because if a certain circumstance happens where someone can't necessarily go in, then we've played in positions that now we can play in if we really need it. And having utility players is really important.
Let's go down the box real quick, okay? You've dominated all season. I know it's over 350 points this year. Okay, me and Coach were kind of texting back and forth on this. But, I mean, over 250 rebounds. Insane numbers down there for a senior year. Talk about all the things that it's taken to reach that point. Because I know to you probably come off the court and go, okay, so did we win? And that's probably the best thing I can say about you. While you've gotten some personal accolades, is it not more of the team winning and going further that is important to you?
Yes, absolutely. I'd much rather have a team win when I have like an off game. At the end of the day, if the team wins, then that's the end goal. So it doesn't matter if I'm the leading scorer of that game or not. As long as the team comes out with the win, then that's the goal at the end of the day. So,
Coach, it's got to be great to have two young ladies like this, that are unselfish. And I mean, pretty much your whole team's that way from what I've seen. But to have that many ladies together, I've talked to another coach tonight and they said, normally every year you have to have that one or two talks about, okay, you don't have to love everybody. You just got to play with them. Okay. And I can't see you having to have had that conversation this year.
Really, no. They all hang out outside of school and everything. They are such a close-knit group and just want to see each other be successful. That's not even been an issue at all.
Did you have something to add? Huh?
Full of Cheerios.
Cheerios are good, huh? Okay. But, ladies, I love having coaches have their kids on because they're up there at practices and stuff sometimes. And normally, on a ladies team, y'all end up babysitting a lot, or at least some. But what is it like? And a lot of 5A teams don't get this. 6A teams really don't get it. But being in such a tight-knit deal where your coach's kids, you're not only playing for your school, for your friends, but you're paying for your coach and their family as well. What is that like for you, Piper?
It's really cool because we get to see Nolan when he took his first steps and we saw him walking after the game and Coach Itzler told us about it. It's just really cool, like being a part of such big parts of his life in the beginning.
Well, Lexi, I mean, it's a family affair when you play a Maypearl. Everybody brings their little kids. It doesn't matter. They're going to indoctrinate you as soon as they can, right? So what is it like with all these little kids out there? I mean, first off, y'all in high school, y'all could stay up past 10, so you're superheroes. Now you're on the court winning, and y'all beat the team that now shall not be named really bad this year. So talk about some of the pressures that most people don't think of that you might have.
Whenever you're winning all these games, people think, oh, it's really easy. They're just going to win the next one. But I think the more games you win and the better record you have, you more pressure because now you have the pressure of keeping that winning streak and keeping that record. But I think so far we've done good under pressure. So.
And Lauren, I mean, you're heading into the playoffs. I don't think a lot of people get this. With your record, though, y'all are 10-2 at neutral sites. Okay, that's a big thing that most people don't look at. So not only do y'all have confidence at home and on the road in district, but you've got that confidence from your tournament season as well, which y'all played some tough teams. Where does that set y'all up as a team in your mindset, or does it?
I think going into a game and having good confidence really helps. It brings good energy to our teams, and we just pick each other up. We get really excited before the games in the locker room. And I think that when that carries into the game, we just have such good energy that we just play really good.
Coach, I want to stick with Lexi on this one. Lex, how much would it help vault y'all into the playoffs with another big win over the people down south? In front of the student section there, get everybody fired up and get ready to go on that playoff road.
It's going to give us even more confidence than we already have. I think ending district on such a big win will really boost our confidence and get us ready for the playoff energy. Because playing in Grandview, the crowds are crazy and it's just like the playoff, so it's really going to prepare us.
That's your mama? All right. Coach, we're a down-home show. We love the kiddos, okay? He's fine. But, Coach, I mean, realistically, every coach wants to tell us, and I know you're probably the same way with the girls, one game at a time, next up, right? And we're not really going to go past that. But no matter what, you've got that one seed in the district. So you're going to be playing a lower seed, a 4 probably, and y'all get to probably pick a neutral side or something like that coming up. the following Monday or Tuesday. So, ladies, make sure y'all get your Valentine's Day gifts early, just in case, okay? But just talk about, the momentum going into this and just the passion of the community to support y'all.
So we have a game Monday because our Friday game, our senior night game, got moved to Monday with all the ice. We got a game on Tuesday. And so then we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to prepare and get going into playoffs. And as much as I'd like to say that we are taking it one game at a time, there's been a lot of playoff talk for the last few weeks because we know that that's where we've got to be, and we've got to be playing that type of basketball. And so we've just put a lot of effort into that and just making sure that we are prepared, and winning these next two games is going to be crucial to building that confidence and going into playoffs and getting ready to play. It looks like it'll probably be Paradise. It could be SNS, so it'll be somewhere around Aledo or somewhere like that, like we played last year. And so having that confidence going into that game is huge for us. And then going into, we just want to keep on rolling with that. And so I think that these girls, they feed off of energy so much. And I think that the next two games, them being back to back, as much as that might hinder some people, I think that that's going to help us because we build off of energy and we build off of that game vibe that everybody has in the gym and everything. And so I think it's going to be really good for us going into playoffs right here.
Well, and I know y'all feed off the energy and stuff, but Lauren, talk about feeding off of that defense. I mean, y'all are shutting people down. I mean, how good does it feel when you get about 4 or 5 steals and y'all are taking off running?
I feel like our defense is really what brings the most energy because our bench is really loud when we're on defense, and that really helps. It just gets us more excited, and then it just carries over into offense.
Okay, so real quick, we're going to go to something real quick. Lauren, we're going to go with you first. What gets you more pumped? A big steal or draining a 3?
I really feel like it depends on the circumstances of the game. I feel like when you really, really need a 3, everybody just gets excited. But steal can go the exact same way. I feel like they balance each other out. I'm not really sure.
Can't pick one.
What?
No, can't pick one. Never mind. We'll skip.
It would probably be a 3.
Okay, got to take the 3, right?
Probably be a 3.
All right, Lex.
Don't really shoot them.
Good footwork down on the block. You leave her in the dust, or just throwing it right back at that little guard that thinks she can live with the Giants with a block.
I'm gonna have to go with the block.
Okay, there we go. That's what I thought. You're aggressive, so I love it. So, Coach, take off the coaching hat for a second, but from an alumni perspective, how great is it to see all the programs? I mean, y'all got a new football stadium coming in, which is going to mean that you're probably going to get a new weight room, stuff like that attached to it, and just start seeing the programs there because winning brings winning at high schools. And, this team has done so good for so long and probably a little bit under-recognized for what they've been able to accomplish over the past couple of years. But talk about, that winning versus winning and what it means to the alumni of the town and everybody else, that all these things are basically being built by this class and this group of young ladies.
I think it's incredible. I think that it breeds such a sense of community and it gets everybody involved. And I think that these girls totally deserve it. They have put such, blood, sweat, and tears out there on that court. And whether it was volleyball, both of these girls played volleyball, basketball. I know they both, when I was head cross country, they both ran cross country for me. They ran track for me. They're multi-sport athletes, and they totally deserve the recognition because they've put their heart and soul into Maypearl Panthers. And it makes me so proud as an old Maypearl Panther, I just can't even begin to explain how proud I am of these girls and just the success that they have.
Well, ladies, this is an amazing run. I want to see y'all do everything you can. Know you're going to leave it all on the court every stinking game. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Play within yourselves. Keep making us all proud in Ellis County. And I'm just totally amazed with women's basketball. Wish more people would watch it. We have, if y'all didn't know this, we have 3 undefeated in district teams in Ellis County, which is pretty darn amazing. And just shows the level of competition that y'all face day in and day out. So tip of the cap to y'all. Wish you the best. And folks, if you're in Maypearl, tell me who shuts the light out when y'all head to the playoffs. Okay? It better be Brad Raisler shutting it down for y'all and bringing everybody. So folks, y'all have a great time. Thank y'all for coming on. Nolan, thank you. Okay? I'll ship you some guest goodies, which will be some Cheerios. We had 1, we had 2. Here's number 3. Perfect district season out of Ellis County by your Lady Hawks. And guess what, folks? 24-8. And Coach, we're going to go over this in just a second. But what an amazing season y'all have had. Now, Maya, what do you think the biggest contributing factor is for this great run this year?
Starts on the defense. I feel like our defense has gotten better this year. We've been focusing lately on staying disciplined on defense. So I think it's the defense.
Bree, that team speed, they say speed kills. Well, speed runs up some points too. I mean, y'all are just getting to the 3-point shooters. They don't have a shot. They think they're wide open. Just talk about what that does for y'all's confidence level goes into the playoffs.
It sure does help a lot because, like boys said, our like offensive stuff goes off based off our defense. So when we're going on defense, it helps boost our confidence on offense.
Coach, I wanted to take a step back tonight with y'all. When we talk about this 24-8 season, I want to put a little perspective for most people on here. Every game, I would say y'all were completely in and had a chance to win at some point this season. I mean, even against Duncanville, I really think that y'all probably had a shot at them. They just kind of got away from you a little bit or something. But, I mean, you're looking here at 57-49, 44-39. Oh, just a lot. I'm just going through that. And y'all played some major teams during these runs in tournaments. How do you think that set your girls up, for that hard tournament schedule, playing these massive teams that are state ranked and everything? And what did it teach them early on that they could do?
I think, first of all, playing that tough schedule has prepared them. You can see it now. You can start seeing some of the things that we didn't do early on that we're starting to do. And I think that's getting, kind of punched in the gut early. At least for me, it was, that was tough to start off, I think 0-4, 1-5. But we learned a lot. We played big posts. We figured out that, we had to get stronger and tougher inside. We felt like we were very tough around the perimeter. We just had to kind of, get tough inside. So we've been working on that the whole season. It was like I said, a blessing to see that early so we can kind of fix that. I don't think that's the issue anymore. I think we've worked on it for a long time, and we're a lot better in those areas. And that's who these kids are. They wouldn't settle for us playing an easy schedule. This is their senior year. They want to play the girls who, have names and things like that. So we just try to give them what they want.
I'll tell you what, they took advantage of every one of these games this year to get their names out there as well. Bree, when y'all are taking on some of these teams earlier on, and y'all are hanging right with them, what does that do in the bus on the way home that y'all can take that now and take it in the bus on the way to the next playoff game?
Like I said, help builds our confidence because we know, okay, we're right there with those teams. You know, it's probably one of the best teams in state or in country. So it gives us all confidence going into the playoffs, like knowing we can beat those teams that we're playing.
One of my, based on this record and everything, the way the schedule fell, y'all get a long time off before your playoff game. How do you think that's going to be? Y'all are going to take advantage of that. I know y'all are going to be working. So, but what can y'all get done with each other to keep bolstering each other over this week-long deal?
We're just gonna build our connection with each other and push each other in practice. So in the games, everything comes easy. That's all we've been focusing on, getting ready for Crandall on the 15th.
Well, Coach, you got that extra day off, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a little bit. You're probably going to play Monday night, Tuesday night next week. I'm sure you're getting close to finding that out after tomorrow night, right?
So we have a bye this last. So we're done. So we already know who we're going to play. We already know when we're going to play and where. So we're one step ahead of everybody.
Well, let us know what we got, Coach.
So we'll play Crandall on the 15th at Ennis at 6:00.
Well, and Bree, is that not a good thing that you're in a close enough gym where it's almost going to be like a home game?
Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, how's that student section going to rock that Ennis gym out?
Oh, we told the baseball boys they need to be there. They need to talk to their coach. I don't know how they're going to be there, but they need to be there.
Y'all going to bring us back like 5 years ago when the stands were completely full, Bree?
Yeah.
I mean, those stands can rock if you're at Red Oak. But, Coach, is that not a big part of this, is the friends, the families, getting to enjoy this time together and just for a day or two, take a celebration of what these girls have accomplished thus far?
I was trying to tell someone this earlier. As good as these girls have been, the season has ended in disappointment. This year, that's not going to happen. Win or lose. Like I appreciate what they've done these last 4 years. They're incredible kids. I want them to get to the highest level they can get to, but at the same time, without that, they're still successful. They've been to the highest level, maybe not the state game, but they've competed against the best talent in Texas and proven that they can compete with anybody. So we're going to enjoy this run.
Well, I mean, it was just a few years back, y'all made a really deep run and just got a team at the end, right? Mm-hmm. And I believe that was that 3-pointer from that one girl right at the end of that game that took it from you.
Yeah.
Kind of got a little unlucky there. But girls, I'm going to ask both y'all this. Y'all have left such an amazing mark on that program and community. Okay. This is just an exclamation point as far as I'm concerned on your careers. What you do in the playoffs is going to be even more. What does it mean to y'all to leave this last mark on a district record like this your senior year? Bree?
It means a lot because it's something that we always aim to do these past 4 years right here. And so as always, I go to win district, and the fact that we did 4 years in a row is a great thing.
What about you?
It's just I'm happy for it for Coach Eubanks. How we came in and turned the program around, and I feel that it builds our confidence whenever we go into college to know that we can do such a thing and be so because we've been so successful in high school, but we still want the end goal to win state. So I don't feel like we're done yet.
Coach, is that not a great thing? These girls are hungry for more.
Man, hey.
I know they're hungry for a lot more.
Yeah, yep. I just want I want them to know that, regardless, no matter what, winning it, not winning it, getting close, not whatever, they are special. And, I know what they're going to do. So I'm not going to talk about, the results. But the bottom line is these, and I got another senior as well. I got 3 more seniors, but these seniors are, I can't say the best ever because I've been doing it for a long time, but they rank right up there at the top with my other seniors who have been special. And man, I'm just sad, man. This has been an awesome 4 years with these kids. So it makes me sad that it's almost over.
Well, and and ladies, I want to give y'all some more props here, okay? When y'all came on the scene, winning acts to winning. It gets more teams to win. Y'all come in, turn the program around, get everything going on a high winning percentage. Coach, did that not affect a lot of the other programs over at Red Oak as well, to see these young ladies take that tear and take that passion and take it into a win?
Oh, no doubt about it. They go in the gym and they look at those banners. Volleyball got a lot of banners, and I'm sure volleyball come in the gym and they look at our little wall that's starting to grow. So competition, it just breeds success. Football the same way. The football coach comes to every game. So I know what that's doing for him. It motivates him. Coach Davis left the girls and went over there to the boys, and he took that winning right there with them. So I just think our whole building is, where everybody's on their way up. Everybody's trying to get better. They're competing. And I think we're a front runner in that. So I'm thankful for these young ladies.
Oh, Bree, I just want to ask you a quick question. We're not going to go into playoffs and stuff. That's a 1 game at a time deal. Okay. No, y'all are going to take care of business there. But when you come back on your 10-year anniversary, what is one thing you would want everybody to recognize this team as, or you as, what would you want everybody saying about y'all, Brianna?
I never thought about that. I'll say that I guess that we left a mark on the program. Like, they'll remember us as someone, like the people who helped turn the program around, and they also be remembered as good people too. Yeah.
He said my name because I didn't hear him. They cut out.
Said your name. My bad, my voice.
Oh, it's okay. I feel like when I come back, I want to remember us as like a hardworking group. After like this 4 years, every single girl that came to this program has learned that they need to work hard in order to stay in this program. And I want them to remember us not as people and not just athletes. Like, all of us, we know how to take care of business in class. So I just want everyone to remember us as good people.
Okay, Coach. Real quick question for you about these two. Mm-hmm. Which one do you think is going to come back and help be an assistant coach one day?
Man, it's funny because my assistant coach now, I told people then she wouldn't come back. It's funny. I thought that she had I was tough on her, I was hard and we fought, and she's back being my assistant coach. So I say with these ladies, I've never fought them. We've always had great, they respond to whatever it is the situation calls for. So I say both of them, they'll both be back.
Okay.
After the doctor and the lawyer or whatever it is they're trying to do. So,
hey, you never know. Okay.
Yes.
But ladies, when you see a little girl out there right now, how much good does it do you to know that they're learning from two of the best? I know y'all probably go down to junior high and talk to them, watch the games. Y'all are invested more than most of the players I see around the county, to be straight up with you. You're invested in the town, the team, and what's going to keep that team good. So, Maya, what is it like talking to these young ladies and not only telling them, hey, look, be a great basketball player, get your dribble drills in, do this, but get your grades right and you be right about things. What is it like with the response that you see in their eyes?
It just motivates them. Like I always say, if you don't have good grades, you're not going to be an athlete. And if you don't get that D1 scholarship in basketball, you might have a D1 scholarship in education. You can just walk onto the basketball team. So I just I like to motivate them to make sure they keep their grades up so they won't have to worry about, their parents won't have to worry about college funds and stuff like that.
About you, is there a special moment you've had with the young lady with the influence that you have?
That's
Can you hear me? Bree?
I'm sorry.
Is there a special moment that you shared over this past year with the young lady where you think she took all this in and is going to do an excellent job?
I'll say like when we're around the middle school girls, because my little sister, she's like younger and she's around 6th grade. And so when I'll be around them, sometimes I'll help with practice. And I think it's really fun to be able to, like, you know, help motivate them and show them little drills and stuff. I enjoyed it. I feel like they took something away from it too.
That's a hard one because your little sister's there. So, you know, you're going to get some flack no matter what. But no, you know how it is. So, Coach, we've got the game. We got the time. We got the location. You know, we just wish you the best luck. We want to give you a big congratulations. Hey, I mean, this is, I would dare say, probably one of the best seasons a team from Ellis County's had from tournament time to now. Because y'all been dominant through, you know, district. And right there with all these teams, it's just been amazing. If you could close this out with one thing, Coach, you know, what would it be about your program? And it's you know, it's you, it's your coaches, it's your junior high coaches. What is the one thing about your program that you love the most?
Right now, the leaders. We have incredible young ladies leading this program, and the young ladies that are coming up behind, getting ready to lead. I know they're prepared. They've seen and watched. They've been disciplined and understand what's required. So, you know, when you talk about programs, it's just constantly doing the things that are right over and over. So, you know, I'm blessed that I had leaders that could show these young ladies how to continue to go. And so I just think it's ingrained in most of our kids. If they're going to come out here and play, you know, the program's bigger than the person.
Yeah. Ladies, I want to congratulate y'all one more time, not only on the season, but the careers both of y'all have had. I've got to see a lot of y'all's games, and y'all are just amazing. Okay. It's just sportsmanship, athletic ability, and just personality. I can only see great things, not for in the playoff run, but the future for both of y'all. Y'all are exceptional in every facet that I've ever seen you in. And Coach, you know, we wish you the best, and know y'all are going to do some amazing things in this playoff run.
Do you know the difference?
Well, the best benefit in having True Benefits is the fact that they're easy. You can get a hold of them. It's not 2 days later, a week later, I can make a phone call. If they don't have the answer, they'll get us the answer within 24 hours.
He came to the office and interviewed all of our girls and did a presentation, told them what they were offering, and the girls were able to decide what they needed.
They came in and gave us options both for our company and our employees that were affordable and beneficial for all.
No matter the size of your business or your employees' needs, True Texas Benefits is the partner for you.
Because Ellis County knows the difference.
True Texas Benefits for all your benefits needs.